YouTube live streaming is weird. Well, I actually had a topic that I wanted to talk about today, and it kind of transitions perfectly from here. Did you see that Tubbo is making his own streaming platform? Did you see that? On Halloween, on Friday, Tubbo did a stream announcing that he is making his own streaming platform. Armadillo introduced me to him, or introduced me to this concept. I've known about Tubbo. I've just not been a watcher of Tubbo because I'm not a child. But I think that I do like Tubbo. I think Tubbo's a cool person. Either way, on Friday, Tubbo went live and said that he wanted to talk about TwitchCon, and then ended up not talking about TwitchCon, and instead just talking about his new streaming platform called Tubbo.live. And right now, it's literally just Tubbo stream. But what's really cool, the one feature I really like, you can see the view count even when they're offline. I actually kind of fuck with that. I want to know how many people are in my offline chat and have it just be represented here. I think that's cool as shit. But it's a work in progress. But in Tubbo's live stream, he said that he wants, drum roll please, 100% of the sub revenue and the bits revenue to go to the streamer. 100% to go to the streamer. That seems really cool. That's a big percentage. And he's basically, I mean, if you look at like the masthead of the website, it says, the creator-owned streaming platform, no gambling, which is a big one, because, like, okay, so if you guys don't know, there's another streaming platform out there. It's called Kick, kick.com. Don't go there because you will see unasked for pornography or potentially somebody dying. And you also see a lot of slurs. But the one benefit that Kick has is because it's backed and owned by the largest online crypto casino, is that not only they can pay a lot of their live streamers an hourly wage, but also you get 95% of your sub revenue, which is a really, 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 really tantalizing number for a lot of streamers out there. And I had to talk down a lot of my personal friends. I've lost a couple of friends over telling them that it is not worth it to go stream on Kick because of the who owns it, and because of just like how they handled the entire platform. It is not somewhere that you want to represent and have represent you. It is not a good, it is not a good place. And so that's where Tubbo is saying no gambling, no bullshit, just it's gonna be a platform for streaming. And he said a number of things, some of which I don't understand. And I just said a couple of minutes ago that I don't usually like when I talk about things that I don't understand and then have Twitch chat rattle off a bunch of things to me. But I do think that there's a lot of people in chat that are probably going to be more knowledgeable on this than me, because something that I've never understood in the world is in the tech-related sphere is internet networking, ISP, data broker system, computer science, coding, malarkey. I don't understand it. I've just never understood it. I tried to take an intro to computer science in high school, and it just, I don't get it. My brain doesn't comprehend it. I'm really good at math too, which is the thing, and I've been told, isn't just computer science and coding just a bunch of math in a way? I don't know, man. I don't get it. Is it a bunch of fucking calculus? Because that's the one math that I just really didn't like. And so he said that 100% of the revenue is going to go to the creators, and that it's not going to be run by some sort of large owner platform like Amazon or by Stake, and instead is going to be owned by creators. And so the immediate question is, okay, sir, how is the platform going to be able to self-sustain itself? And so he said that, so 100% of the sub revenue is going to go to the content creator, and 100% of the, whatever the currency on the platform is going to go to the content creator, and it's going to be 1-to-1. But then also 50% of the ad revenue will go to the content creator. And you're like, that's a low amount. And then the other 50% will be going to the people that host the platform, that host your live stream. And it's going to be the viewers. Like, it's going to be like a peer-to-peer system. It's going to be peer-to-peer viewership where you can use extra bandwidth that you have in order to host your you can like help your own streamer stream, which to me just sounds like some sort of security risk, but I also don't know. And a lot of people in the chat, I watched a little bit of the live stream, were talking about how they have like their own cloud servers or things like that they don't use the majority of the data for. And so they could use something like that in order to host somebody's stream, is like using the data that they don't have, but then they can get back some of them. I don't fucking know how it works. So it sounds unsafe to me, but also I want something to exist. Okay? The streaming space right now fucking sucks. It fucking sucks, okay? Do you want to stream on YouTube that's owned by Google, that's owned by Alphabet, that owns the fucking planet? Do you want to stream on Kick.com that's owned by some of the most shady people out there that are running fucking online gambling casinos that don't have any regulations to them and are actively trying to be predators of people that have one of the most dangerous addictions on the planet? Or do you want to stream on the platform that's owned by Amazon.com? It feels like shit. And every single time that we have some sort of major events, right? We go to TwitchCon or we go to whatever, there's always so much shit that happens, and then we come out of it with a more sour taste in our mouth. If a creator that I feel like is not a piece of shit, I do not think that Tubbo is a piece of shit. There's actually one thing that Tubbo does currently run that I learned about today also from Armadillo, is play.hosting, which is literally just a 100% free Minecraft server website. That's cool, man. I don't know, like it's 3 gigabits of RAM. I don't know what that fucking does, and 10 gigabits of NVMe storage. Don't know what any of that means, but 100% free Minecraft servers, that's cool. I think the peer-to-peer thing would be good to start, but if it does become somewhere big, I think the size will outgrow and easily become, unless people invest in hosting with the ad revenue. Yeah, I think that that's what it could be, is like some sort of investing. But again, I'm not somebody that is knowledgeable on this. I just wanted to report on this because he talked about this 3 fucking days ago. And I think that, again, Tubbo is somebody that I don't dislike in the industry. And if somebody that I don't dislike is trying to do something that might be cool, I want to talk about it. Yeah, Tubbo seems cool. If there's going to be a platform that is going to be for the creators, by the creators, I want it to work. Yeah, I want it to work. That's what I care about, is if this isn't the way, maybe they figure out another way to make it work. Because it's not just Tubbo. Tubbo has a lot of people that are working behind the scenes that he says are much smarter than him. Will the security be forbidden at TubCon? I did hear that there's gonna be no security at TubCon. And honestly, like, even if it's a place that ends up just being, you know, somewhere that you join into the multi-stream, but you encourage people to subscribe there instead of anywhere else. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems extremely difficult right now to be able to start up some sort of like mass data transferring platform right now without it costing an arm and a leg, even though data is relatively cheap in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not somebody that is insanely smart on this, like I said 1,000 times. I wanted to just say something about it. And it's, again, in the very early stages. They just talked about it for the first time and then did like 2 live streams on it over the weekend. And one other creator named Amesy, who I'm not even sure who that is, did like a 30-second stream on the platform as well. So when are you joining the Tubboverse? Listen, if Tubbo sees this fucking video, listen, I've got a massive LGBTQ trans plus audience that would love to get in on the ground floor, all right? Let's get another white boy in there. Come on! That's what we fucking need, right?
Cool and all, but what about the poor and terrified shareholders of Amazon? How will numbers keep going up if we leave Twitch?
Type shit. There were a number of things that he talked about that was like, Twitch is so stagnant right now in terms of they know that they have the largest cut of the pie. And even though the pie is slowly getting eaten up by other platforms aren't doing anything. Like, there was one thing that he talked about. He said, why can you only send 1 feed to Twitch? I was like, what the fuck does that mean? You want to send multiple feeds? And he was like, what if you could send your camera feed and you could send your gameplay feed as separate feeds so that on the user's end, you could resize my camera. And you're like, oh, I want the camera over here and I want it really small so I can see gameplay. But then fucking Murphy, who's really into my face and doesn't care about gameplay, is like, all right, I need to jack my fucking dong real quick. And so you could make your own person, or You could send 20 different feeds for like a multi-stream. You could send 20 different people for a multi-stream to a singular end. Tubbo.live/Tubbo. And if you wanted to watch my perspective, you would just click on my perspective and it would give you my feed. I think that would be really fucking cool. And Twitch is just like ass backwards on being able to do stuff like that. And there were a couple other things that he highlighted that would be really cool features. And yeah, again, it's creator owned. Sounds cool. So I don't know whether it works or not. I just wanted to encourage things like this to happen in the industry. If I had money, I would probably spend it on Kettlehead popcorn. But the second thing.
He's an arsonist on a noble quest to escape the wrath of the IRS. He's got conflicting positions in the endless fight for queer folks and